what does a moon base look like, operate like? Will it be, is the idea that there will be humans on it all the time, kind of like the International Space Station? Map out what life on the moon is.
Sure. So we are, similar to how we talked about leveraging the playbook that was very successful for NASA in the 1960s, we are doing the same thing with the moon base. We are not just trying to jump right to this glass dome with a Ferris wheel in it and all these crop farms and things that would be entirely
Sounds
unrealistic.
very cool, though, but yes.
Yeah, maybe we'll get there someday, but we are going to start just as we did with the Apollo program. You know, just again, there was Mercury before Gemini and so forth. Our whole phase 1 moon base strategy is a lot of littles. Lots of landers, lots of rovers, and testing things out. Why would we want to lock in a surface comms architecture today before we've even gone back to test it? I mean, look, even driving around, I was in parts of Virginia this past weekend where my cell phone service cut out on this. Like, you know, we don't have it perfectly dialed in here on Earth. We're going to know even less about it on the lunar surface. So let's do lots of littles to test all the things that will be important for comms, navigation, power, again, mobility. So that means lots of stuff all over the place. I've described it at times like, think less about, you know, utopian glass dome on the moon, think more like junkyard initially. And that's perfect. That's the learning environment we want. Phase 2 is going to turn into habitation modules, but they're kind of semi-permanent, not designed to stay there for 6 months straight. So think like a
tent.
I don't know, a cool shipping container. You know, it'll look way cooler than that, but that's what you're talking about initially. And then phase 3, after we start to, because once you start having people there for maybe months on a time, you're going to need logistics. We're going to need to be resupplying them all the time. So we want to dial that in before we go for, you know, like a near permanent presence where we have crews rotating in and out every 6 months. That'll be phase 3, and that's where it might start looking a little bit cooler, like we've seen in the sci-fi films.